Well, seeing it's a quiet day and I've got some parts in for my alternators down here, we're going to jump back onto them because I didn't have much luck with this one. I put 4 sets of regulators, that's right, I always get mixed up, regulators in, and everyone worked on a good alternator, one that I knew worked, but this one, the charge light wouldn't go out. So there's obviously watch what happens to the light. The light doesn't go out. So there's obviously something wrong. So I got some of these rectifier packs. These were $22 a piece, came from Paddocks of all places. Why did I buy them from Paddocks? Why didn't I buy them from LR Direct? Well, Paddocks shipped them by post and they got here just as quickly. But it was $26 to ship. I got three sets. I was looking, I put them over there. I got 3 sets for $26 shipping. And DHL was really expensive and I wasn't in that much of a hurry, so that's why we need to save some pennies nowadays. I already took off the old rectifier off here and I've tested this. I'll just give you a quick once over how we test it. We select a wire, we put it on ohms. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll put it on the ringer so you can see. So what we're going to do is we're just going to test this coil. They all should be joined together. We'll just test them this way. I know this is futile. And then we're also going to test them by rubbing them on the coil, the surrounding here, whatever it's called. Nothing. So we can test to make sure that that piece is good. Can you test them when they're soldered onto here? Not really. It's best to unsolder them. Now, the way I unsoldered them, I cheated a little bit. I warmed them up with the gun, well, not with the gun, but with the iron, and then blew compressed air through the other side. And of course it was jiggered. I think I've thrown it in a bin now. But just a quick one, how you test these to see if they're any good. You set your where is it now? You set your multimeter onto diodes. This little symbol here. You see that it's this one here, but then you unpress that button or press it and it'll go to diodes. Because a diode, what it does is it allows current to go one way but not the other. It's like a one-way street. We'll just check one. This is brand new. I checked them all just in case, but we're going to put a ground on and we're going to test this one for its value. 4.96. Alright, now this is how you test them. Now you turn it the other way around. We should have nothing. So we've got a good diode on there, so we check it each and every one. I know some people, you know, they change the diodes, but oh, what funny about trying to get hold of them, because they're both, wait a minute, there's a positive diode and there's a negative diode. It's getting complicated, and is it worth it for $22 or 11 quid about to take that apart? And if you've noticed on here, it says approved. That inspires confidence, doesn't it? So let me get some tools out and let's take this apart, because this piece is in here. Stop. So we're starting by taking off these little extension pieces. These are to support the heat shield on the 300 TDI. These alternators, these Magneti Magrelli alternators, they were fitted to all sorts of vehicles. Not just Land Rovers, they were on Fords and just about everything. So it might be handy to know that parts are available. you know. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Like I say, I've had this in bits before, and it was quite good inside. Now that cover should come off, and there we have our rectifier pack. I had JP remachine the slip ring. Right, to test if the windings are any good in this, we can do a very, very simple test. We can do 2 tests. 3 tests, I don't know, test them all day. So I've got down here a multimeter. I hope you can see that. It's not very clear, is it? Let's see if we can do a zoom a bit. Okay. So what we're going to do is make sure this is set on ohms. We join the leads together without our fingers and it goes almost to 0. We want to put one on one side of the ring and one on the other. And there you go, it goes almost to 0, so there's very, very little resistance in that. At the same time, we're going to check here. That should be an open circuit, and that one should be an open circuit too. So that's good, we know that's okay. We can check also the shaft, so make sure it's not shorting out. That's another good test. Listen to that wind. It's haunting, isn't it? But we can do an even better test using a stocket. We can use our jump leads and put a current through it and see what happens to that socket. Did you see that? Let's do it again. It's good, isn't it? How far will it get? Oh, wait a minute. That was good, wasn't it? What's happening is we're putting a current through the coil to make this into an electromagnet, and the socket sticks to the side. It rolls onto it, so you can test that very, very easily. Very, very easily. So that's good to know, isn't it? So we know that that's good. So what we going to do? Oh yeah, we can take that. We've tested that coil, so we can take this unit off like that. Put this unit on here like that. Check where the orientation is. This is really important for the cover. You know, like so. That goes on sort of like that. Well, let's push them through the holes. There are insulators in here, so you can't really go wrong. But we'll just twist them and make them easier to go in. When they're flush at the end, we know that they're in the right place. Like that, flush there. I'll do a zoom in later. So we'll get the solder in tools out and let's solder them up. So now we can open the little bag with our insulators on. Don't forget to put the insulators on. I think that one's for that one. Now this is where it gets tricky because we've got different sizes. That must go over there. That one must go there because that can't go onto there. This one here, that goes around this insulator here, so that's not too bad. Just make sure we've got that one in the right place. Yeah, it looks about right. Because that one's stood higher, so it's a shorter one. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Make life a lot easier. Is I'm going to assemble this bit on here first. I know it's cheating, but this little wire is a bit tricky because it has to go through this hole here. Like that. That's good. There we go. And of course our little screws are easier to put in now to hold that in place. Goes onto there. We won't put that on yet because it's got to go here and it'll cover over that bit. So this bit now should, with a bit of luck, line up, because this is a nice thing about these, because they haven't got the brush pack separate, so it makes life a little bit more interesting. So we want, now this at this stage this is interesting because we can turn this any way we want, and I mentioned this with Mark the other day. If we want this to be on the left hand side of the car, we put it on one side, but we can turn it round 120 degrees and put it on this side, so that becomes the pivot, or we can put it on this side to become the pivot. Good, isn't it? Most alternators are like that anyway, so they're sort of like a universal thing. I wish I took that damn thing off now. This is an outdoor nuisance. Move it around a little bit so that will line up. There we go. There's one. There's two. There's three. See what I mean about the fan? It just gets in the way. There we go. We're just doing one at a time. So we'll progressively tighten this down. You don't need any fancy air tools or anything like that. I'm going to go back to this one here because I realised that that's not the same piece that came off. These damn DeWalt tools are really good. I've got to tighten that screw down yet. There. I don't need that, because that just goes... Oh, do I need that one? What did he have on it before? Oh, it's insulated anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I've got one anyway, so I'll put it on. They're like a self-tapping screw. There we go. What else have I got to do? I think that is it. Let's just make sure that's tight under here. This is tight. Oh, bloody different size bolts. It still turns, so that's the thing. So the next thing we'll do is put the regulator on. We've got a brand new one here, so we might as well put it on, and then we can say it's like a fully reconditioned alternator. There's next to nothing in these actually. I think I threw one on the floor. I threw this on the floor, I forgot all about it. This is all that's in those regulators. So it's got the brushes. So now you can compare an old one with a new one. See the brush heights. But that's it, just a little chip in there with a few circuity bits. Now this can be a bit tricky to get in. Yeah. The nice thing about these is you don't need a great deal of tools, so you know it's alright having 100 amp alternators. That's not very common, but like if you're going a long distance with one of these type of chaps here, you can simply carry a few little parts around with you instead of another alternator. Now we can put this on. Right, this is the next day, because when I was playing back the video I realised I made a childish schoolboy type error, and instead of putting the suppressor or capacitor onto here where it is now, I actually put it over there, which was wrong. So I've corrected that. So now back to the video and when we're going to do the testing. So yesterday I put this alternator together, this 127, but I made a childish schoolboy type error when ordering these, and I didn't realise there was two types. I got these from China. This is 24 volt. It actually worked, but it was causing the magnet to really sort of work hard. I've got to thinking these are about very much the same, but it worked at 24 volts. So these go in the parts bin, and I'll mark them 24 volts. I'll probably never need them, but I'll order some more from Paddocks this time by using the original part number, which I'll write below. Anyway, less of that nonsense. Let's see what we've got. So there's my battery. This is going to be difficult to hold. So let's see. Can you see the light? I have seen the light. So I'm going to turn it on. There you go. 14.26 volts. I'm happy. So that's good, eh? Another one we've rescued. Excellent. Later on, when all the snow's melted, because I've got loads of these in a barrel outside, I'm going to fix them all up. They're kind of fun to do, actually. Right, I hope you like that. See you later. Ta-ra!